Ted Lasso Season 3, Episode 3 is now out on Apple TV for you guys to go and check out. And what an episode! We're going to talk about, there's so much to talk about when it comes to this particular episode. So smash your thoughts down in that comment section below, smash that like button for me and click subscribe as well. And let's get down and talk Ted Lasso Episode 3 right now. Okay, so episode 3 of season 3 picks up where we left off from last week's episode. Zava is here. He is now Richmond's star player. He has arrived and, oh man, they modeled this guy completely 100% confirmed of Zlatan Ibrahimovic. No one can tell me otherwise. The goals he scores in this particular episode just confirm that. Just the look of Zava is Ibrahimovic, the demeanor, the attitude, just everything about him. His celebration is Ibrahimovic, and it's when he's on screen, he is just absolutely a joy to watch. And when we first get introduced to him in this episode and we see him meddling with the team, doing all this stuff, it's absolutely hilarious. Like, it's brilliant. I don't have any words to describe just how good this show is. And I was laughing every time. And like when they're showing the goals, like he just pops up, goal, Zava scores, and Zava's just scoring constantly. And they really accelerated and showed us a lot more games in here as well. And they're on a current 6-game winning streak, up in 3rd place behind West Ham. And I just thought this was absolutely hilarious. Like, just the bicycle, the scorpion kick, everything that Zava is doing is absolutely hilarious. But what I do like is the counter to that is actually Jamie. And how Jamie is now dealing with someone who is now the star man of the team. And it is throughout this whole entire episode that Jamie is not happy with being second fiddle. He doesn't want to be the Robin to the Batman. He wants to be Batman, not Robin. And, you know, there's a moment where he goes in and talks to Ted about, you know, I've seen these players before, you know, who it's all about them, it's not about the team. And I love the interaction with Coach Beard, where Coach Beard's like, that's ironic coming from you. And then afterwards, Jamie's like, I was being hypocritical, not ironic. And it's just, that whole sequence was hilarious. I love that moment. But then it is confirmed even more when Zava steals Jamie's goal at the death on the line there. Oh, I've done that a couple of times, and hey, no one cares. I mean, the goal's a goal as long as it goes in. But I thought that was funny. And then we get to the restaurant moment where we're with Sam and we're dealing with all that stuff. And there's this moment where Roy sees Jamie sitting by himself and goes over there. And it's a team up that I've been waiting for. And I'm absolutely loving this idea that Roy is now going to train Jamie, because Jamie doesn't want to be second fiddle and he doesn't want to be keeping up with Zava. He wants to be better than him. And Roy offers to help train him. It's a beautiful moment and I cannot wait. I mean, after going from season 1, these two butting heads, to now Roy taking Jamie under his wing and teaching him everything to make him the better man, I just think it's absolutely fantastic. And I cannot wait to see what is going to come of that relationship. To me, I've been waiting for that moment. I've been waiting for them to fully make up in this. And I think this is going to be, it's going to be an emotional end when it comes to the end of season 3 with Jamie and Roy. I feel like Roy is going to be that older brother figure to Jamie. And I think that is going to be just, oh man, I waiting to see how far Jamie has come from season 1 to now, to where he potentially could be at the end of season 3 is just, it's going to be an absolute emotional moment when we get there between these two, and I cannot wait for that. There is also stuff with Ted. We find out the person that the wife is now, well, his ex-wife is now with, and it's pretty scummy, and we see Ted is trying to deal with this, so that's going to come back into play, I believe, in this season as well. That whole stuff, we already see him starting to try and have those panic attacks again, so that's going to be vital moving forward, but he still is having those sessions, so that is the thing as well. And I think that stuff is going to be absolutely critical to Ted as a character. And I wonder if that's going to play a major part in Zava's story at Richmond. I don't know. But we also have Rebecca going to see a psychic, and she's calling BS and stuff like that. And there's this moment where she says that she's going to see green matches. They're going to be important. And then she's going to have a family. And Rebecca, obviously we know what she's been through in the last 2 seasons. she acts out at the psychic and saying like, "Oh, it's not true. You're just being cruel, saying that I'm gonna have a family." Like, it's just all this stuff. And then when we get the green matches at the end, now who is she gonna have the family with? Now I still don't think it's gonna be Ted. I don't see Rebecca and Ted getting together. I just nothing has shown me in the last 2 seasons and so far in season 3 that they would get together. I feel like if they do get together, it's gonna be a ass pull. It's not warranted. I don't see any progression when coming there. More likely, I think Sam is probably the more likely one. You saw her looking at Sam when Sam's talking to his cook and that interaction that they had. So I don't know if it's gonna be Sam, but at the moment, he looks like the most likely unless she finds another one outside of work. I don't know, but we have that storyline going on. And then they started off this episode with a storyline that, look, is becoming a bigger thing in football as a whole. Now we're seeing more people start to come out. There's a storyline about one of them being gay. And we see that, and he hasn't told anyone. Now, there's been an Australian footballer who's come out as gay. He plays in the A-League, and there's more that are coming out every single day. So this is a thing that is coming out now, and for them to incorporate it into the storyline, it's going to give us a bit more of an insight to how locker rooms sort of handle this situation and how this is dealt and what the teammates are going to feel like and what the players going through. So some people I know are going to be like, oh, Ted Lasso's going woke, like they're adding a gay storyline in that doesn't need to be there. It's a real life thing that actually happens in football locker rooms. This actually happens. And this is something that we know, especially if you live in Australia with the A-League player and you follow football, like the struggle that they had gone through and other people in, in the other leagues and everything like that are starting to come out. So we see Trent Grimm find out and walk past and see him kissing his boyfriend. And I don't know what Trent's going to do. Like, to me, Trent is a respectable guy now, and he's not just going to, put that out in the public. So I'm expecting him to talk to Ted maybe about this, and Ted's going to deal with it. And I think it's going to be a happy ending for him. But it's a storyline that they've chosen to do, and I don't mind it. It's going to be interesting to see how they deal with it. And I know some people are going to be like, it's woke and everything like that. But look, it's not a huge thing. It doesn't take away from any of the other major storylines. Obviously, the Zava storyline is still there. We have the Jamie Roy storyline. We have the Rebecca storyline. We have the Ted storyline going on. So we still have all these other storylines that are taking over. And yeah, I don't think it's going to be anything dramatic or anything. I think next week it's probably going to be solved. I think that storyline's going to be done and dusted. And I think he's going to come out and everyone's going to embrace it. And I think Zava is actually going to be a big one when it comes to this. I think he's going to play a major role in accepting it. And once he accepts it, I think everyone else is going to just accept it because he's being like a god to everyone. And that's basically what it is. And yeah, so I don't think too much of it. But overall, this episode made me laugh. It had the comedy. It had awesome character moments, character growth. We get to see relationships, storylines building upon each other. Is awesome. And to see Nate and Rupert just seeing Zava carry Richmond right now, imagine what happens when Jamie Tart gets up there as well. And they have Jamie and Zava both doing it. And I mean, I thought they could do a Leicester City. I'm starting to really think they might be because they are sitting third right now, 1 point off first and second. They could do this could be a Leicester City moment. This could be, but it could go down to the wire. So who knows? But let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. Smash that like button, click subscribe, and I'll see you guys next video. Until then, stay safe and peace out.